Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Joe Rocket GPX Gloves available at RevZilla.com. So if you are taking a look at the GPX gloves, these are going to be a step up over the Flexium TX gloves. This is going to be the top of the line race glove in Joe Rocket's lineup. And this is going to come in around that $125 price point. So now we're getting into that, entry-level race glove price point where there is going to be a lot of competition swimming around for this price. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down to give you all the features that you can expect if you decide to go with the GPX. So first thing of note with the GPX gloves, with a lot of the Joe Rocket gloves that we see, we're going to call them an American fit. These are definitely going to have more of a European fit. So traditionally in Joe Rocket, I'm pretty much an extra large across the board. With the GPX, I did size up to a 2XL. So just keep that in mind. Personally, I found the fingers to be a little bit shorter than I would need while still having enough room in the body. So I did have to size up to get the finger length out of the glove that I was looking for. Now there are going to be 4 different colors available. I am wearing the black and orange version, and then sizes will range from a small up to a 2XL. So when we're taking a look at the GPX, like I said, this is going to be top of the line in Joe Rocket's food chain around that $125 price point. And it's going to be full leather construction throughout, so it is full cowhide. And then you're going to have extra pops of protection because this is going to be their stab at going to the track. Think pretty much 2-season functionality with this. It is going to be a glove that's going to be spring, summer, and early into the fall, but really what we're talking about here is more protection than we are warmth, because that's really what you're considering with this particular glove. So breaking it down, you are going to have that plastic protector over top protecting the ulna. You do have Rocket, which is going to be silk screened on there. And the one thing of note is it has a little bit scuffed up as I pull it out of the package, and that's a little bit of what we'd expect from Joe Rocket. It's not quite as refined as some of the more expensive brands out there. But again, you're getting a glove that comes in around that $125 price point, and you still are getting full cowhide construction with protection to keep you safe. So as we work our way down the back of the hand, you have accordion stretch, which adds flex, and then you come to carbon fiber knuckles. And one of the things you'll note is they call it the mega flow system, which would imply that there's a ton of airflow coming through here. The one note, and this is a minor nitpick, but there's really not a lot of airflow. There's just 3 pinholes that are drilled into the actual carbon fiber itself. So I would not expect to get a massive mega flow amount of air coming through here. So just keep that in mind. You do have additional air vents on the top of the fingers built into the TPR. And then as we work our way down, you are going to have accordion stretch on your back of your control fingers. So the fingers are going to be actuating the brake and the clutch lever. You do have that extra pop of stretch material in there in between the TPR sliders. Now, one of the things that I did like is we have the full covered out seam, dual stitching throughout there, and then there is an extra TPR slider as well as a carbon fiber palm slider working its way down, again really protecting the outside of your hand. The one thing that I will note is you're going to notice at the very top of the pinky, and you're also going to notice it in the palm pad right below the thumb, is they've covered this padding with almost a grippy material, and it just doesn't make sense to me. If you're going down to slide, the last thing you want is that glove to grip on. You want it to slide. So as long as you're sliding on the outside of the hand, you're fine, but if you catch that inner palm, this really kind of digs in and grabs, and I'm not sure exactly why they covered it with such a grippy material. So just keep note on that. If I would like to see a reiteration of this, maybe just cover that up with the traditional leather so it doesn't dig in and grab to the ground. One of the things I did like with this is you do have the outseam box stitching on the fingers. You do have that extra reinforcement covering in the palm, and again, dual stitching through a lot of those impact zones. As we come down to the wrist closure on this, you will have a dual closure. Again, you do have that extra swath of leather, which just covers it up, giving that closure protection, and it is going to be padded as well, so there's a little bit of temper foam padding in there. And then final note, you have a massive amount of accordion stretch at the bottom of the thumb, which just really aids in comfort. So when you're out there and you are on the track, you are riding more aggressively, you're not thinking, man, my gloves are really kind of distracting me from riding. There's a lot of comfort and free-flowing motion built into these particular gloves. Now, there's a lot of options, like I said earlier, around that $125 price point. So if you want to hear more about what other riders are having to say about the GPX gloves that they're already using out there on their rides, you can always click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting Joe Rocket GPX gloves through their paces. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which pair of gloves is right for you and your riding style, give us a shout, 877-792-9455, or simply shoot us an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Joe Rocket GPX gloves. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.